Shit yeah, baby. Shit yeah. Where else are you gonna hear all the old themes? You know? What do you all these new themes suck. I got the old what's the best one? The OG is the basketball, the Fox Sports basketball one. That shit goes hard, dude. That shit goes hard. What's up, Daniel? Yep, I'm tuning into my first Padres game this year. I'm excited. So I'm pumped up. Padres are my second favorite team. I think before I've done a lot of Padres streams in the past. I used to stream a lot of baseball, my dude. I used to stream before we met here, Daniel. I streamed so much damn baseball. Some days I'd go like 7 hours, multiple games. Crazy. Oh, Otani is up to 3 home runs. Jeez. All right, this game is getting started. Darvish is on the mound. You is I don't know. At one point he was a big name pitcher, top of the league. I can't remember if he won a Cy Young award or not. We can always just look that up, right? My take on Darvish, as a person who catches a lot of Padres games, is that he's a solid pitcher. I wouldn't say much more than that, but he's been solid. I don't think he's really had many injury issues for the Padres. He's kind of stuck in there. Like, he's 37 years old now, though. So, I mean, I guess he's having a good start to the year with a 2.30 earned run average in 3 games played. I guess he's only allowed 4 earned runs in 15 innings. So he's starting it off. He's 37 years old. You don't really know where that arm is at. But yeah, I mean, San Diego got him at the tail end of his career. What do you expect? And I think he's been solid. A 4.22, a 3.10. That one year was 2022. I do remember him. He was going hard. Oh, great. Well, yeah. There's a double early in this game given up by Darvish. So I don't know. I'll say this. At the tail end of his career, he gave the Padres a little something. He gave him a little something. I mean, look, some of these years in the past only played like 8 games. Only gave the Dodgers 9 games. That experiment didn't work out. Oh, he was playing for 2 different teams that year. Okay, 2017, he played 31 total games. But he had an injury. So there's been some injuries in his career. You know how many times has he played more than 30 games? Maybe twice, 3 times. I'll count 29 games. I'll count that. But yeah, to snag a guy at the end of his career, I mean, his overall earned run average with the Padres is sub 4, 3.82. But he's definitely not been an elite pitcher or nothing for the Padres. There's been plenty of moments where I'm like, fuck this dude. Anyways, 2 outs, though, and now that runner could be stranded at second. But yeah, you know, last year, I don't think I did that much baseball streaming outside of the Indians, the Cleveland team. So this year I'm hoping to do a little bit more. We'll see, though. We'll see how my schedule goes. But yeah, the one like 2021 and 2022, I don't even know, man. I streamed so much fucking baseball. I don't know. The one year was crazy. Like, I was catching all sorts of shit. I mean, and I would have like multiple games playing at once in my little computer room, my old studio. I mean, my new studio is better, but I used to use my ex's computer. I'd be like, can I borrow your computer? And I would literally have 5 laptops. But now that my streaming laptops, they're not really hanging in there that well. They don't run very well, so it's hard to play bunch of games at once these days. But I do want to send. I do want to do some sends. Let's send it, boys. I do want to send a parlay here to root for, and I guess I could watch the another game or two. All right, you're supposed to really stay away from betting on your favorite teams, so maybe we'll leave the Padres out of this. Where's the games that are starting? There's some games that just started that I want to bet on, and I do not see those games. Let's see here. Washington versus San Francisco and Tampa Bay versus Los Angeles. I kind of like Los Angeles at home to defend their turf. And I also kind of like Washington to win on the road. And I can't tell you why exactly, but I don't trust the Giants. I guess I could get in on one of these games. Mets and Braves tied 5-5. Ooh. I think the Mets are going to find a way to win this. Let's choose them. And Phillies up 2-0 on the Cardinals. Oh, that's the 9th inning. Oh, they're solid, dude. We might miss out on that one. Diamondbacks up. And let's just stick it with that. All right, let's check this Mets game out, dude. I should be able to watch another game. Oh, accept changes. Don't fuck me. Yeah. And then I want to do like the Angels. I think they'll defend their turf. Because everyone thinks the Rays and Giants are going to win, so the Angels and Nationals will win. That's just baseball for you. Welcome. Oh, they fucked me. See, look, Angels already probably getting hits, dude. I missed my chance, huh? What just happened? Anyway, Xander Bogaerts, another guy who was kind of just solid for the Padres when they picked him up. I don't know. When they got you, Darvish, it was should have realized where he was at. He was old. I think I kind of remember getting him and not being that excited. Now, Xander Bogaerts is supposed to be in like the pinnacle of his career. He still had a very dangerous bat last year that warranted a lot of attention from pitchers. But he just didn't mash. Manny, though, dude. I like Manny. Manny Machado. He's always just consistent. He's always going off. He gets his numbers no matter what. I think Tatis Jr. is going to do that too. I don't know. We'll have to look at the numbers again and see kind of what it was last year. All right, come on. I want the Nationals and I want the Angels. Oh, see, look, I told y'all. Damn, bro. Fuck. I tried to do this parlay and it wouldn't let me because the Angels scored. And now their odds are way up here. Fuck. What's up, Steven? Yeah, Padres. Yeah. I mean, I'll be watching some other games. Oh shit. Tatis gonna launch one. It's pretty well hit. Gonna go foul though. I don't know where the fuck that ball went. God, don't you hate that, man, when you're doing live betting? And then one of your picks, it doesn't go through, and then they score. That's why I hate live betting. It's stressful. Gambling is an entertainment form. I don't want it to be stressful. It's stressful enough that I lose every time I fucking do it. Anyways, Fernando's going to go down swinging. Kind of just waving at that one. That was really shitty. I kind of forget when. I don't even remember when I joined the Padres bandwagon. What year would that have been? It's when they like got all new jerseys. They made a trade, the Clevenger trade. When they made the Mike Clevenger trade, because they sent Cleveland sent a few players there. And my main team is the Cleveland Indians. So when we sent some people to San Diego, and then I saw that they came out with these new jerseys, and I was like, you know what? I just like watching their games. There's something about them. Something about the field, something about the name Padres, the colors. I don't know. So then I started watching them, and then I just enjoyed it, and they got a little better, and they've had some success, so it's been fun. I'll say the last like 2 or 3 years have been pretty disappointing. Although 2 years ago they were all the way in the they were almost in the World Series. They almost made it to the World Series. Last year was very disappointing. But that's sports, bro. Like, you know, I'm not once I pick a team now as an adult, I stick with them. So once I started, like, you know, when you're a kid or in high school, you bandwagon teams outside of your main team. But once you're an adult, once you find one you like a lot, you just gotta stick with it. So for me, that's like the Padres, Carolina Panthers, and Golden State Warriors. And I'm just stuck with those teams as my secondary teams outside of my Cleveland teams. I'm sticking with it for life. I'm going down for life with those as my second favorite teams. I'm never giving up on them. And I'm a Cleveland fan, so I'm really good at never giving up on my team, even when they give us every single goddamn reason in the world to. Anyways, Crone zone with a full count. Shoots one foul. I like Jake Cronenworth. I have his rookie card. But yeah, I mean, the Padres were positive last year. They were 82-80. The Marlins made the playoffs and they were only 6 games above 500. So they could have, you know, a couple more games here and there they could have slipped in. Oh boy. Assad, the pitcher, with his fucking nerd glasses. I need to put my nerd glasses on. He almost hit Cronenworth, and that's going to be a walk. These are my lesbian librarian glasses. If I wear my dangly earrings and shave and don't wear a headband, I look like a lesbian librarian. It's pretty funny. Subscribe to see the lesbian librarian. I need to like brand myself more. I mean, I put subscribe in the thing. I don't need to say it. It says subscribe. I don't need to bother people. And look, link to watch free in description. See, you can. There's a bottom ticker. Most unique and dynamic sports streamer. I don't know that for a fact. I just assume. I haven't really watched that many other sports streamers because I've just been doing it myself. So if you stream sports yourself, you can't really watch other people. So I don't really know what they do. But every time I tune in to somebody, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm I'm definitely the most alpha sports streamer. That's fucking for sure, dude. That's fucking right. That's for sure. All my crazy party stories and all my conspiracy theory stuff. Anyways, blipping over to this Mets versus Braves game, top of the eighth. It is a 5-5 tied ball game between the Mets and the Braves. The Mets, of course, you want to say disappointing for the San Diego Padres. At least they had a winning record and kinda had a chance. The Mets, dude, the Mets were fucked. Absolutely fucked with the highest payroll in baseball. And there's a shot. It's Stewart of the Mets. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but we just bet on him. Yeah. Woo. Bada bing, bada boom. Dude, that was the hardest part of that parlay I just took. I should be fucking Gucci. And the Mets take it. I was feeling it, dude. I saw it tied up 5-5. And I take a look. I'm like, Mets. They're pulling this off in Atlanta. They're fucking doing it. Yeah, look at that. I took the Mets, Phillies, and Diamondbacks. Yeah, and they're giving me cash out now. I bet you fuckers want me to cash out. All right, the Phillies could fuck me. Top of the ninth, 2 outs. The Phillies have a 2-1 lead. So I just need the Phillies to close out the Cardinals. It is only 2-1. Oh, fuck. The Rockies are coming back on me. I need the Diamondbacks. They were up like 4-1 when I took this bet. Now it's 4-3. All right. Fucking bunch of DBs, douchebags, the Diamondbacks. No, I respect the Diamondbacks. They had a good, like, little small ball type team last year. Yeah, I don't know. No offense, but you call a spade, right, Floppy? You know what I'm saying? I'm just calling it how it is. I get sometimes I'm tired and don't have the most flair or excitedness to myself, but for the most part, in terms of like voice acting skills and voice projection and diversity of topics, I would say I'm him. I'm him, dude. And I don't even like it when people say I'm him. So for me to say that, I don't even like when people say that. I think it's kind of cringe. So for me to say that, I don't know. I'm sure there's some motherfuckers out there like me. God damn you, Facebook. I'm trying to desexualize my mind. I just wanted to make sure my stream was working. I go on Facebook and then all you see is like suggested reels. They want you to watch shorts of these chicks with fake big old edited asses. And I'm like, I want some real booties. But also I'm trying to stay away from booty right now. I'm trying to stay away from booty. Oh yeah, look at this. All right, I could cash out and have a guaranteed 42 cents. All right, I think the Diamondbacks will be okay. This is where you might want to hedge yourself. All right, let me guys show you some pro strats. So we should probably hedge. So I have $2 on the line. If I win, I'm going to get 6. I think the Phillies will probably close out the Cardinals here in the 9th inning. So what I'm looking at here is this Diamondbacks Rockies. Rockies are the home team, so I'm a little bit scared here. There's a whole game to go. It's only the bottom of the 4th. So since I have that in a parlay, and I'm gonna if the Diamondbacks finish this game off and win, I'm looking at $6 because the other parts of my parlay are probably gonna hit for sure. What we want to do is hedge our risk, and we go ahead and take a look and see if we can get anything on the Rockies. Rockies were at 145. So I guess maybe what would make sense there if I'm going to win 6? It depends. What do you want to out of your $6 that you're going to get back from the winning bet, how much are you willing to give up out of that 6 to protect yourself? I'd say maybe 150. $1.50. I'd get back 367 in total. Oh, see, the odds just went up. So what? That's I'd win $1. No, $2. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I don't know. My brain isn't very good at math right now, but I understand what's going on. Okay, this is going crazy. This odd is going nuts. So I assume the Diamondbacks are about to do some shit. Now it makes sense. Look at that. 150 to win 420. Phillies could fuck me though. Let's get that game on. I do have the ability to watch 2 games at once. Nothing going on with the Padres game. They left Jake Cronenworth stranded on base. And Darvish is out there doing an okay job. He's doing a good job this year. Maybe at age 37, Darvish has one more good year in the tank. He holds his leg up way too fucking long. All right, come on, Philly. Let's go, Philly. Come on, baby. Oh, they're still up to bat. Okay. We're trying to be successful. So I'm just going to have to. Now, worst case scenario, the Phillies got another run. They're up 3-1 now. So worst case scenario, St. Louis somehow gets a comeback in the bottom of the 9th. And then the Diamondbacks win, and then everything has failed. But I think we'll be okay. Philly. And I also have the Nationals and the Angels. Angels are up 2-0. The Giants got a run. Fuck. In the first inning. And there's still only 1 out. That's probably not good. That might be a boofer. Nico Horner. Dude, how can you possibly say his name without laughing? Horner. We caught Horner jerking one off in the showers. Oh, shit. He fucking drilled one down the line. God damn. He's like, shut the fuck up. Don't say shit about me, bitch. Horner getting horny, going for 2. He's going to slide in there safe. Oh, that fucking horn dog. He's kind of good. I think the Cubs do have a good team. I was excited to catch this game. All right, let's go back here. Let's not leave things hanging. Sometimes in these sports streams, I tend to leave things hanging. So let's try not to do that today. Padres last year. Xander Bogaerts, I guess he is 30, but damn, that's a scary age in sports. You just never know what happens after that. They could be good for 7 more years, or they could be donezo. Or something in between that. The Zan Man, 19 homers, 58 RBIs, batted .285. He did only have 110 strikeouts, but 31 doubles. I don't know. Xander Bogaerts playing 155 games. I'm sorry. I just expect just a little bit more out of him. Like 58 RBIs. I get that he had 19 stolen bases still at age 30. I guess he's 31 this year. This was last year. He did lead the team in hits. What about the other stuff? On base percentage of 35%. But why was his OPS so low? Not that it was so low. 790 is pretty close to 800. That's star player level at 800, but it's because his slugging. He barely had any triples, and he only had 19 home runs. You see, what's disappointing is you did have Juan Soto go pretty hard. I don't know. They all kind of did pretty good, huh? I guess what the top four guys, I guess, did okay. Tatis Jr. ended up playing 141. Juan Soto played every game, had 35 homers, 109 RBIs. I guess their batting averages. Juan Soto with the insane on base percentage, of course, with the fucking walks. 132 walks. He was just obsessed, but he still had 129 strikeouts. Had a really high on base percentage, of course. But yeah, Bogart's 285, Soto 275, Tatis Jr. 257, and Manny 258. So nobody was above 290, and only one player was above 280. But the production was there. I would say that's enough production. Tatis, 25 home runs, 78 RBIs, 29 stolen bases. Ha-Seong Kim busted onto the scene, and he'll be kind of a mainstay in their offense now. I believed in Kim. I was glad they kept him around. I had faith that he would be a pretty good player eventually. And he showed that last year. Not a high batting average, batted 260, but 17 home runs, 60 RBIs. I guess the strikeouts, all these guys with 100 strikeouts. Trent Grisham had 154 strikeouts. I didn't realize he played enough to get that many strikeouts. Yeah, Grisham stuck with that 198 batting average. He did have 13 home runs and 50 RBIs, 15 stolen bases, and 31 doubles. But he played 153 games. Played a lot last year for them. I guess Jake Cronenworth, I mean, he was hurt a little bit maybe. Played 127 games. I think they thought, yeah, they gave him we gave him some money too, huh? He only had 10 home runs, 48 RBIs, batted 229. So yeah, that's not really what you're looking for. But again, with the numbers that Bogart, Soto, Tatis, Machado, Kim put up, they weren't really dependent on Cronenworth. The team kind of tailed off pretty quick, though. You had all these guys playing a shit ton of games and then just a hodgepodge. A very big hodgepodge. I think the pitching is what kind of held him back, maybe. Honestly, with the Padres, I think they just lost a lot of close games. I don't think their run differential was really that bad. They were technically 2 games above 500. I think they just lost a lot of bullshit close games. That's what I remember from last year. Yeah, I was 100% correct. The Padres were a lot better. I knew something was up looking at those offensive stats. The Padres were way better than their record. They just got fucking unlucky as shit in close games. Run differential plus 104. That would be the best in the NL Central. Second best. Better than the Phillies. Better than the Marlins. Marlins had negative 57 run differential and made the playoffs. That's bullshit. They should use that shit. Dude, if you have plus 100, that was the third best in the NL. So according to run differential, they're technically the third best team in the NL. And then overall in baseball as a whole, that would have put them at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put them like eighth in run differential. They were eighth place in run differential last year. And a lot of these teams had big run differentials in the American League, huh? Astros plus 129, Rangers plus 165, Mariners plus 99, Twins plus 119, Rays plus 195, Orioles plus 129. That's a lot. That means you scored 100 more runs than your opponents. It's not a bad team. So I think the disappointment last year is that they blew close games. And whose fault is that? I don't know. Probably the fucking bullpen. Or just the offense for not being clutch. But now a different team. No more Soto. That's about it, right? I don't think they really did anything too crazy. Oh boy, big moment in this game, though. Let's check this out. Ian Happ. Up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. It's the kind of shit you live for. Oh, nice grab by the catcher. That should have been a loose goose right there. Save the wild pitch. All right, here's the 2-1. Oh boy, Happ's going to foul it off. Going back to that other game that I need the Phillies to win. They're up 3-1 with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. So the Cardinals do have a base runner on here. So if they hit a home run, it'd tie the game up. And I'd be fucking pissed. Hopefully the Mets are still winning because I was pretty dependent on that in my parlay as well. Ugh. Terrible pitch by the Phillies pitcher. Hoffman. That name sounds familiar. Dustin Hoffman? Who's Dustin Hoffman? Is he like a surfer? Dustin Hoffman. I guess we have our Google box right here, huh? Dustin Hoffman. Or the biker. Was he the biker? Oh, no, he was an actor. Oh, he was Rain Man. He was he was the challenged man in Rain Man. Rain Man, dude, that had a pretty good musical work. Well, there you go. Hop blew this one up, and I'm glad I didn't bet on the Padres in any of my bets. I try to tell myself not to bet on my favorite teams because then it's a double whammy. And Hop with 2 outs against Darvish is going to get a base hit and score 2 runs. So the score is now 2-0. Chicago Cubs. So, yeah, basically, the Padres, though, going back to that thought, they did play well last year. They just kind of got fucked in a bunch of close games. And that happens in sports, man. You can do what you do, but if the ball don't roll in your favor, a lot of sports fans are very quick, knee-jerk reaction type of people that just they blame the coach. They blame this. They blame that. They blame Tatis Jr. for taking poison ivy medication and getting told he did steroids or whatever the fuck happened. But honestly, a fair assessment of the Padres, a very, very fair assessment. If there's nothing to blame. The ball just didn't roll their way in close games last year, and that happens in sports. And the general consensus these days is for everybody to bitch and whine and make excuses about shit. But when my team loses, it's just kind of like, Yeah, we lost. Shit. I'm a man. I can handle it. And the organization is trying to do the best they can. They're trying to make decisions and put the best players on the field. The coaches are trying to maximize the players. They're all fucking trying out to win out there. So who am I to sitting on my ass at home to like talk down on somebody? I don't know. It's just a very popular thing and I've noticed. I mean, I used to do that when I was like a kid in high school. But anyways, maybe I'm a little skewed on that being a Cleveland fan, and there's always something that goes wrong in Cleveland sports. And people just feel the need to blame it on something. Oh fuck. Cardinals coming back here. They got to run. It's 3-2 with a runner on third and 2 outs. Oh god, this guy up to bat, his name is Win. This is not good. My bet might get fucked right here. His name is Win. Oh gosh, he just got a base hit and tied it up. Yeah, what do you expect's going to happen? His name is Win. He's obviously going to do something to help the team win. Oh, you Darvish with a 2-out walk to now reload the bases. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, 3 good games from you, Darvish, so far this year. At age 37, this is his 4th start already, I guess. At least his 4th game played. And what the fuck do you expect? Probably not going to be pretty. And now Cody Bellinger with the bases loaded. What an interesting story and player Cody Bellinger is. A case study. A guy who looked absolutely invincible at coming into this league. Like he was going to take it by storm. And then he got the yips. And it's not like he was a big prospect that came up and totally shit the bed. This dude was the face of the MLB for a year. So, yeah, you don't know which Bellinger you're going to see. He just always looks stoned, too. So, it makes me a fan. He's in Chicago now. Do they let you get high in Chicago, right? When he was on the Dodgers, he could blaze up. Bellinger's gonna bash one right past the first baseman into right field. And the Tommy guns are out. Rapid fire scoring for the Cubs. It is now 4-0 in the top of the second. They are fucking shit up. What's up, Mr. Rads? Yeah, my main team is the Cleveland Indians. My second favorite team is the Padres. But I'm not one of those people that really dislikes the Cubs just because they beat. A lot of Cleveland fans are still salty about that. And it's like, well, we were up 3-1. We should have took care of business. Our guys should have took care. Somebody should have done something. And it was a close battle in that last game. It just didn't go our way. So, yeah, I mean, and we've had a lot of chances throughout the years, and the Cubs really haven't. And so it's fine. I wasn't too mad. Maybe at first I was a little mad. Those were back in my drinking days, too. So, I mean, I was always mad at something. But yeah, let me check out the Padres here and see what they got this year. It's pretty much the same thing as last year. And then I do want to look, obviously, at the other team, the Cubs. I don't know. You might be able to make an argument that the Cubs are better than the Padres, maybe? I guess pound for pound, the Cubs have a lower payroll. I do like what the Cubs have going on right now. All right, well, Jake Cronenworth seems to be cracking at it this year. He's playing real well. Catcher Compensano, I know he's played a little bit, like the last 2 years. Oh wait, no, was that. We need to go to. There we go. I don't know what the hell just happened right there. Something got fucked up. I always sort by hits. So he's hitting. I mean, catchers go on hitting streaks and then never hit again, so I'm not going to get too excited. Tatis Jr., Bogarts. Ooh, they got a young guy playing center field. So no more Grisham. The Grisham experiment has officially failed. Although it was fun. Dude is clutch. Dude might bat 190, but he's going to hit like 2 walk-off home runs per year for you. I think he already got a big clutch hit for the Yankees being like a pinch hitter. I would say I like Grisham as a pinch hitter for any team. Profar is a good fill-in outfielder. When your team is pretty loaded and you have guys like Machado, Tatis Jr., Bogarts, Cronenworth has been solid over the years. He's a veteran now. And Ha-Sung Kim had hopefully a breakout year last year. He's already got 5 RBIs, so he's performing. Manny with a low average, but he's already got 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. And then Tyler Wade at third base. That rings a bell. Don't really know his numbers off the top of my head. Okay, Yankees guy for a little bit. And didn't do shit in New York, really. No. He's never done anything really anywhere. But he is a veteran. He's been around. He's played 367 games in his career. That's a bit of a boofer for your starting third baseman, though. They gotta tell Manny, like they have Manny listed as DH. They gotta tell Manny he's gotta go back to third base. But I don't know if they even have anybody to fill in for DH. Higasokia, I guess, is good as your second catcher. And then I don't really like any other of these guys. Maybe this E guy Rosario potentially is something. But I guess there is 3 guys that are relatively young, especially Jackson Merrill at center field, who could bring some excitement and push this team over the top if they're getting big years from Tatis, Bogarts, Machado, and Cronenworth. Yeah, he's got to show him he can actually do some damage. I believe the Crone Zone will be activated this year. Activate the Crone Zone. All right, well, the Phillies are now in extra innings, and Bryce Harper gets walked. Oh, you pussies. There's already 1 out. Man, if they don't, if you're the away team in that top of the 10th, you have to score 1 run or you lost. Most of the time. I mean, obviously it's possible to hold that runner, but it is not easy. Anyways, no outs for the Padres, down 4-0. Man on first, Kim up to bat. Not a bad time to sneak in a run here with a little double. Oh, shit, that's a fair ball for Baum. Alec Baum. Yeah, baby, down the left field line for the Phillies, and they have taken a lead, and now runners at second and third here in the top of the 10th. All right, baby. What about the DBs? How are they doing? Well, my cash out isn't looking that great, huh? Did the Mets blow it? No, they got another run. Bottom of the 8th, Mets up 8-5. They look like they're going to ride that bitch out. Diamondbacks still in the lead. Sweet. What sucks is I did this bet quick just because I wanted action, but that price is horrible for this. What's actually going on in this game? The fact that it went to overtime. That's a horrible fucking price. And same with the Diamondbacks. I mean, they were up 4-1 when I took this price. Now it's 4-3. So I did not get in at the best times for those, but I got in at a decent time for the Mets. They had some bases on. All right, here's Stott. Pretty good player for Philly coming up. He's put his name on the map. He has got a high fly ball to outfield. Hey, there's a runner on third. That will do with only one out. Bryce Harper tags home, so a 5-3 lead for the Phillies. They'll probably let in one run in the bottom of the 10th, but they should be able to hold it down. Shit, this looks like a little good 3-team parlay right here. My target amount is 10 to get back to $10, so this would do it. That's how much I originally deposited. I don't bet much because if only 3% of sports bettors actually make a profit, you can stay in the game and have fun with just $10. You can throw hundreds and thousands at this shit. It doesn't really make a difference if you compartmentalize things properly. Whether you deposit 10 or $100, you're eventually going to lose all that money anyways. So you might as well just go with the 10. But there's people that see gambling is addicting to people when they think it's a way of making money. There's no such thing as a professional gambler. When only 3% of people profit, those people that say those picks for sale, that professional shit, that shit's a scam. Those guys aren't even making money. They're making money because idiots pay for their picks, and the picks don't end up working out. And the guys always just say, like, you got to stick with it over the long term. And people are fooled. There's a lot of charlatans and tricksters out there that will fool you for your money. Oh, shit. Nationals took the lead on the Giants. Nationals versus Angels. Yeah, the best way to bet on baseball is just look at a game, breathe in, breathe out, and just kind of pick one of them. This one, how I chose the Nationals, I said, fuck the Giants. They're always good. Their roster isn't that good anymore. It's even worse than it was last year. It's the same freaking mediocre mid-ass lineup. Fuck them. Nationals, I looked at their roster earlier today. It's not very good, but you know what? They can go to San Francisco and win this game. Screw it. Because honestly, baseball is a bit of a crapshoot, just like betting on any other sport. Although the Chiefs winning that last Super Bowl should have been obvious. I don't know. I picked San Francisco because of the whole gold thing. Last NHL team to win the Stanley Cup, Vegas Golden Knights. Last NBA team, Denver Nuggets, named after Golden Nuggets. San Francisco 49ers, named after the 49th parallel and the gold and all that shit. So it just seemed like they were going to do a little 1-2-3 type of punch right there, but the Chief won. Why are they allowed to be the Chiefs? And my team, the Indians, we had to change our name to the Guardians. What if I don't understand? Like, I don't have the right to offend someone? I guess they are taking that. I guess it's an interesting discussion. Should you have the right to offend someone? What if I'm offended by people being offended? So, yeah, if they make all these hate crime laws, it's like, well, shit. If I just say I'm offended from you being offended, then now you're in trouble. See, we can just start, if we have silly laws, people can start playing silly games. And what happens when you play silly games? You win silly prizes. You win a dick in the box. Nobody wants to win a dick in a box. All right, well, here is Wade up to bat. Boy, I don't even like this guy as your everyday 9-hole hitter, but give the poor fucker a chance. 2 outs, runners at the corners. I guess Manny's not fucking with the field anymore. Manny's like, nah, bro, we got DH in the in the NL now. I ain't playing no more third base. I'm too old for this shit. He's really not. Like what, 34? No, Machado is only 31. What? He seems like he's been around for a minute. He's been playing for more than 10 years, hasn't he? Was he one of them 19-year-old kids that came in? Yup. Whoa. I mean, Manny didn't really do much, played 51 games. Oh, shit, Wade puts one down the line. Oh, I thought that was fair. That hit the line, bro. Let's see that replay. Oh, it was just foul by like a little inch. I guess so far this year, Wade is batting .273. So maybe just he's been around a lot of different players. He's been in the Yankees organization. Maybe a veteran presence. Maybe he ends up being decent. Some guys late in their career show up. They don't have, they'll have a 190 career batting average and suddenly just have a career year where they bat like 270 with 20 home runs and 70 RBIs or some shit like that. But yeah, once Manny got into his second season, at age 20, dude had 51 doubles, 71 RBIs, batted .283. And then in that, the home runs didn't start coming until he was 22. Then he hit 30 home runs, 30 plus home runs for 4 years in a row. Actually make that 5 years in a row. This looks weird because he was on 2 different teams. 5 years in a row, he hit 30 plus home runs. Had 16 home runs in 60 games in the shortened season. I would count that. 28, I'd count that. And then 2022, 32. Last year, 30. When you look at the home run and RBIs and a career average of about 280 for Manny, career OPS above 800, you gotta like what you see. He's been a very, very good player. He's been around for longer than you think. You see age 31, it's like, oh man, he's only 31. But no, he's been playing since he was 19. It's 13 years of service now. Crazy. Didn't Baltimore win a World Series? No, they lost one, right? Yeah, they lost. He is the brother-in-law of Yonder Alonso. Somebody's got a hot sister. I don't know if Manny married Yonder Alonso's sister or Yonder Alonso married Manny Machado's sister, but either way, they're our brother-in-laws. Fuck, someone's got a hot sister, dude. For sure. I remember Yonder Alonso. Pretty good for the White Sox. Had a good year for the Indians. He had a good year for us. All right, going back to that Phillies game. It is 5-3 Phillies in the bottom of the 10th with 1 out. So the Cardinals, this is their last chance. They want to stay in this game. Gorman, the 3-hole hitter, has 2 strikes. But again, runners on the corner, so could get something going. Oh, and Wade for the Padres struck out. He totally fucked it. They need a new third baseman now. Fuck this, dude. That's really the best they could do for their third baseman. Oh, yeah. Gorman goes inside and strikes out. So we are 1 out away from the first leg of my parlay hitting. I might get both of these tonight. Oh, they already want me to cash out this one. If I cashed out both of them, I'd be up like... No, it's not enough. I'd be at my target number, but we could easily win both these. This was a hedge bet, so I don't really care about that. I don't know. Something about baseball betting. I just seem to do well. Sometimes I look at stats and numbers. Sometimes I mix it up. There's an element of randomness because that's how sports work. There's just an element of randomness to any situation, any game. Although I feel like you could probably bet against the Oakland Athletics like every game. $5 on the other team, and I would think you'd be pretty profitable doing that. It might be like $5 to win $2 half the time, but I feel like you'd win enough of those that it would even out and you'd be in the positive. Man, what if you like parlayed? You took the worst teams, whoever they were playing, and did a parlay every day. The two worst teams. Probably what, White Sox and Athletics? I know the Marlins are a dumpster fire right now, but their roster isn't that bad. I don't know what's going on with them. Bush of the Cubs has hit one deep to center, but it is corralled. Darvish still in the game here. Top of the third, 2 outs. He has allowed 4 runs. Not a pretty game for you. All right, Philly. They finished it out. Fuck yeah, dude. The fact that this game went to overtime and I had minus 750 in the parlay, it didn't really boost up my parlay much, but if that leg lost, it would have been a real heartbreaker. So I'll take it. It was really just a throw in. I'm like, shit, all they got to do, they're up 2-1. They just went up 3-1. It's the 9th inning. They're about to go 1, 2, 3 and shut this thing down. And that's what Vegas expected, and that's why they put them thick odds out there. So if I would have waited till this game got tied up, at the end of regulation, I would have had a much better payout. Insanely. I mean, this is only a plus 203 parlay. The hardest one was the Mets, who miraculously got a home run. Oh, it's the bottom of the 9th, 0 outs. Braves are down by 2 runs. I guess we'll turn that on, see if the Braves can get a comeback. Hopefully not. And then it just comes down to the Diamondbacks, who, if they lose, I have a small hedge bet, so I'm up no matter what. If the Mets win, I'm looking good no matter what. I'll take either or. Let's go. All right, let's check out the Cubbies. Cubs kind of have a lot of guys I don't know. Baseball, I mean, I know these guys. I just feel like they're not nationally recognized, but they are pretty good young players. They do kind of have that Orioles feel to them that they could pop off. But let's take a look. I guess the best thing to do would maybe be look at their stats last year so we can pull up some of these guys quickly. Padres get the Cubs in a rundown, and that ends the inning. Darvish Made it through that one without screwing up anymore. Nice. Cubs were 4 games above 500 last year. Yeah, I think they still have all these guys. Yeah, this young guy Morel was good. Dansby Swanson, good acquisition, stole him from the Braves. So all these guys are like 20 plus home runs and 80 plus RBI guys, and probably bat between 240 and 280. Bellinger had a really good year. Batted 307. They got Suzuki too. Don't forget about him. And yeah, he was pretty good too. 20 home runs, 74 RBIs. I mean, looking at these numbers, they did have a pretty damn good offense. Horner's not going to really get you many home runs, but he gets the RBIs and the stolen bases. 68 RBIs, 43 stolen bases, led the team in hits. They kind of got everything you like, huh? Did they lose anybody? They brought in Garrett Cooper, Nick Madrigal. Those are two good like utility pinch hit guys. Jan Gomes is still their catcher. I guess he's going to be splitting times with this Amaya dude. They still have Dansby. Yeah, they got Dansby. Yeah, they got the whole squad back. I mean, that's pretty good. And then there's this Michael Bush guy. I don't know where the fuck he came from. But he's, I guess, playing first base for them now. Former first round draft pick of the Dodgers in 2019. Was a rookie last year for the Dodgers. Didn't really do anything. Only got 27 games, though. So there's a chance he could be good. Damn. So they could be really good. Pitching. I mean, there's a good veteran presence. Oh, that's last year. Hold up. Who do they have this year pitching? There are a lot of new guys in there. Wicks is pretty good, right? I don't know who the hell this guy is. Yeah, it should look pretty good. I don't recognize these guys enough to make a decision on whether or not this is a good pitching staff. It looks okay to me, though. But the offense looks great. Jan Gomes, I wish the Indians would have got him back. He can still catch and he can still hit, but we don't like catchers that can actually hit. Oh, barehanded play at third base. Who plays third base for the Cubs? Is that Madrigal? Oh, no, Morel plays some third base too. They have him listed as DH here. That was Morel. I've seen him make some plays at third base before. I figured that was him. Barehanded on the run. Had to go Patrick Mahomes on that one. Patrick Mahomes is so good you even use him for baseball and basketball references. That's yep. Oh shit. Braves just got a run. 1 out. They had a runner at third. Oh, the Mets might blow this. Boy, if the Mets blow this one, their fans are gonna have a fucking meltdown. There's just too many good players on the Braves. What the fuck are you gonna do? They're like all superstars. The fact that they got Ozuna back from the whole domestic violence bullshit, and he's balling, and Acuna came back from the injury, balling MVP. They picked up, this Orlando Arcia. He's 3 for 4 today, and he's balling out this year. That dude was like a mid starter, maybe more of like a utility pinch hit guy, backup in his career, and he gets here and he just balls out. Fuck, dude. The Mets might blow this. Padres trying to steal a bag. Cronenworth is gunned down to end the inning. Padres baseball, baby. Fuck, dude. I think I'm the reason the Padres weren't good last year. Every time I watched the Padres, they did not do very well. But in years past, I've had some wonderful Padres moments live streaming the Padres. They've been a fun team. And there's Michael Harris, who just got the RBI single for the Braves, stealing a base. Do the Mets want to potentially think about reviewing this? No. Yeah, Michael Harris, I do believe he had a really good rookie year. The not so good last year overall, maybe with the batting average. But I think he ended up cleaning it up. So I don't think he's going to be a Cody Bellinger type to go crazy in his rookie year or his first 2 years and then blow. I think Michael Harris can do some work. Michael Harris the third. Don't get it twisted, son. Damn. Is he? Yeah, it's the third, right? Not junior. Oh no, the second. He's the second. That looks way cooler than junior. Oh shit, they got somebody to pop up. Mets got somebody to pop up. 2 outs. 8-7. Can the Mets beat the Braves in Atlanta? A go-ahead home run with the game tied 5-5. Gave the Mets the lead, a few innings back. And now Travis d'Arnaud, who it took me 2 years to say his name properly, but I can finally. I used to say d'Arnold. And now I say it properly. Oh, fuck you guys. Oh, they stole Jared Kelenic. Oh, you fucking little bastards. They stole Jared Kelenic. Damn it. I was like, keep giving him time. Keep giving him time. I know his batting average the first few years of his career was dump for the Mariners for Seattle. He was the 6th overall pick, though, by the Mets. Well, they really know how to keep their own talent, don't they? Yeah, look, his first season, 181 batting average, 141 batting average. But they stuck with him. He did play well last year. Played 105 games, 11 home runs, 49 RBIs, and guys average up to 253. 25 doubles, that's a good number. So he was pretty effective. The first 2 years, I knew he was a big prospect and had a lot of hype. But a lot of people were kind of like, this guy's a bust. And I said I like his swing. I like what I see with my eyes, even if it's not producing. d'Arnaud with a deep shot all the way to the warning track, and Marte is going to grab it for the Mets win. A sweaty game for Mets fans. Oh, but they have done it. They have beat the big bad Braves. So yeah, that's not fair though, that Atlanta stole this guy who's like a 6 overall pick, top prospect, had a turn it around, see I can play year last year after 2 tough seasons to start his career, still only 24, and he's starting off the season batting .579. Oh, that is such bullshit. And then Michael Harris, of course, is going to be a stud, a crazy stud. Ozuna is back, although he's getting a little up there in age. Olsen, still in his prime. Ozzy, Acuna, Austin Riley. And then like Duvall is way down here. I don't know. He's a 35 now. Usually power hitters, they kind of fall off. But hey, back in the old days when they had steroids, man, those guys really kept going. They were hitting 40 home runs till they were like 38 years old. So maybe if Duvall does some steroids and gets away with it. And then don't forget, they still have Sean Murphy, who's currently on the IL. So they have DR Nod, who at age 35, I would say might not be the same dude. At one point, I swear he was like a good all-star catcher, level catcher. And then they get Sean Murphy too. So last year they were just absolute bullshit. But they did not win. They weren't even in the World Series. Crazy stuff, huh? I don't think they really lost anybody or anything. I think they just got better, right? Yeah, what did Michael Harris bat last year? Oh no, Michael Harris ended up batting 293. I remember in the beginning of the year he was not looking good. Ozuna had 40 home runs and 100 RBIs. Acuna 41 home runs, 106. Matt Olson 54 home runs. This is crazy. Look at sort by home runs. Look at this offense. 4 guys with 100 RBIs. Ozzy, Ozuna, Acuna, and Matt Olson. Damn, that Matt Olson. I know the Braves fans didn't like that, seeing Freddie Freeman go. But goddamn, it was a good decision. Not that Olson's necessarily better, but he's just younger, and it's the same dude. Freddie would have done this at age. What was Olson last year? 29? I'm sure Freddie had a year like that when he was 29. But Freddie's like 33, 34 now. And you kind of see what happens with guys, these modern power hitters, as they age. They do have some ability to become contact on base hitters. We've seen that with Miguel Cabrera, Jose Abreu, some other guys. That's nuts, man. I mean, even Eddie Rosario had 21 home runs and 74 RBIs. Okay, so that's who they lost. The only person they lost is Eddie Rosario, and they replaced him with Kalenic, who could end up being significantly better. Kalenic will, I would think, if you give him a full season right now, I think he'd put up the same numbers that Eddie did last year. And then, of course, Arcia, just to top it off. A guy who was really not that good most of his career. Had a fantastic career year. 17 home runs and 65 RBIs is a career year for him. He's already balling out this year. Forrest Wall. I think Forrest Wall is back with the team. What a name. He's an outfielder, right? Yeah, Forrest Wall. He's got to be an outfielder. You think? Oh, man. I want to see him make a wall catch and just be like, Forrest Wall, up against the wall. Run, Forrest, run. All right, what game do I need to turn on? The D-backs. D-backs versus Rockies, huh? Damn, that is nuts. They have pretty much 5 superstars. We'll see if Ozuna keeps it going. That might have been his last year putting up those numbers. Oh, yeah. Remember this game? I used to play this last year. Still 4-0. New pitcher in for the Padres. Avila is in all the way up to 17 pitches already here in the top of the 4th. And only 1 out. So he's not really handling his shit either. $200+ pitching season. Oh, for the Indians, dude. I think Corey Kluber definitely did it. Yeah, for sure. I assume Kershaw did that at least one time in his career. Yeah, all right. A Yankees pitcher that has had 200+ Ks in a season pitching. I would say, Garrett Cole maybe did that. Did he? Yeah. Now, okay, guys that have played on the Indians and Diamondbacks. Indians. So we have to figure out, we have to mix and match. Braves and Yankees. These ones are hard. Oh, Eddie Rosario has played for both. The Indians and the Braves. Boom. Who's that dude? Oh, has Drupal Cabrera. One of my favorite players. He was on the Diamondbacks for some time. Yeah. Dude, this is like the best I've ever done with this shit. Braves and Dodgers, that's fucking easy, dude. Freddie. Oh, man. I'm balling, dude. This is the best I've ever done on this. Usually I get like 2, maybe 3, and then I'm fucked. Thor? Did Thor play for the Diamondbacks? No. What about Braves and Yankees? I got to be able to figure that one out. Who do they have right now that might have played for the Braves? What about that guy that played for like every team? The dude who steals the bases, LeCastro. We could probably try him again, though, for this one. We have one guest left. I feel like this dude's played for, or who's played for hella teams? Kenny Lofton played for so many teams. You think he was ever on the Yankees? And I know Kenny Lofton was on the Braves. Was he ever on the Yankees? I bet he was. How did I do? Which ones did I miss? These two? Dodgers and Diamondbacks. Oh, Max Scherzer, duh. Well, I didn't know he played for the Diamondbacks. Greinke. I should have been able to get one of these. Trevor Bauer. I don't know what they're talking about. That's not right. Oh, this relief pitcher is getting fucked worse than you, Darvish was. 23 pitches. He's already allowed 2 runs, and now runners at second and third. All this with 2 outs. Every time, dude. Dating. Ugh. Why aren't the Padres fun to watch anymore? This used to be fun. Maybe they'll come back. Sometimes they come back. Oh, no. The Rockies took the lead. Oh, I was hoping my parlay would win. Luckily, I did have that bet on the Rockies to hedge myself. So when they were losing, that's always a smart decision, especially in baseball. And now Dansby Swanson's going to launch one to the wall out of the hands of Tatis Jr. and bouncing off the wall into center field. And that is a triple for Dansby, clearing the bases. It's now 8-0. And it might be time to find something else to do, folks. The shit has been shitted, and the Padres are getting destroyed right now. It's the first Padres game. Man, the Indians have been fun. Every time I stream the Indians, they've pretty much won. Fun games, good games. And the Padres, my first Padres game of the year. Oh, boy. They're getting railed, man. It's the top of the fourth. Oh, my goodness. This is like Paris Hilton at one of those Hollywood parties, just getting railed out. Don't worry, guys. I'm only texting the bros. I don't text no hoes while I'm sports streaming, dude. Only like my mom or my granny or my uncle or my bros. No hoes, dude. Not while I'm doing an internet stream. I don't have any hoes anyways. Who are we kidding? PP. What's the deal with the basketball, man? Shit's getting hot. How many games are really left? Like 4? All right, let's do the math. The Mavericks are 48-30. That would be 78. So there's about 4 games left. Cavs play tomorrow. It's been a tough time for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, they get the Grizzlies at home. Hell yeah, dude. We better not lose this shit. Tickets as low as $7. There's no way you're getting in there for $7, dude. I don't care if it's the Grizzlies. Mavericks and Heat should be a good one. 2 pretty dangerous teams that don't really feel that dangerous right now. But we'll see what happens when the playoffs start. I guess the Mavericks have been cooking lately a little bit with Kyrie and Luka kind of taking over. You can kind of compare them to the LeBron James, Kyrie Irving type shit, but you cannot. I don't like seeing that, man, because the Cavs were way better than this Mavericks team. We had so much more than just LeBron and Kyrie. Yeah, those guys ran the show. LeBron and Kyrie obviously ran the show. They were excellent, top-notch superstar players. But we had a lot of other guys doing work. Tristan Thompson was a good center at that point. The year they won the championship, they had a good backup center that they started sometimes. Timothy Mozgov had a career year. Was out of nowhere, was just a super effective center. And then Channing Frye and Richard Jefferson off the bench. Ring chasers, but still had plenty of juice left to be good bench players in limited minutes. You can't forget Kevin Love getting like 17 to 25 points a game. I think he averaged like 18, 19 points a game. He was good. J.R. Smith. You could either start J.R. Smith for some instant offense or start that other dude. Iman Shumpert had the best year of his career that year. Like, they were pretty good. That team was much better, far better than the Mavericks. Matthew Dellavedova, scrappy little bastard, had his best year pretty much. I get that a lot of guys kind of had their best year, but looking at the Mavericks, even if they did get the best out of all those guys, it still wouldn't be as good as what the Cavs were when they won it all. I like the Mavericks. I just don't like people thinking that Kyrie and LeBron did everything. I know they had that one game where they both scored 40, but that wasn't vindictive of how the full season went and how the full playoffs went. But yeah, so when push came to shove, they delivered, and I think Mavs fans kind of look at that. And if Kyrie and Luka can get just enough help and their centers and rebounding guys can play well and their teammates don't turn the ball over and play some good defense for them, you do have Tim Hardaway Jr., who's been playing some of his best ball. It seems like there's the big bad Nuggets, who seemingly have only gotten better. We know what Joker is. We know what Jamal Murray is, but it seems like Gordon and Porter Jr. have found ways to fit in even better with this squad. And those guys, both those dudes are legitimate twos, as in like, not like a two guard, but like second best player on a team. And I mean, it's the same case in the East, though, with Boston. Not only do they have two superstar studs at the top, but they have a lot more. Fucking Drew Holiday, what a pickup. Well, the Padres are up to bat right now, but there are 2 outs. I'd like to see them get maybe a hit. That would be kind of fun to see the Padres get a hit. Might be asking for too much. Big swing and a miss for Kim, and he goes down. Down swinging. All right, Padres do have 2 hits on the day. Fuck, shit, and piss. All right, let's see where all these other scores from around the league landed. What did I say, dude? Feeling good about the Angels at home today. 5-0. Oh, and the Nationals too. I looked at this and what did I say? I said, everybody's looking at Vegas knows. They know. Everybody's looking at this game like, oh, Rays against the Angels with no Ohtani. Oh, easy. Tampa Bay Rays. They're only 5-5. They're super good. And then Giants at home against the garbage Nationals. Oh, the Giants will win easy. Let's do a parlay with the Rays and Giants. Gotta do the opposite. What's up, Evan Enhanced? Will the Padres make the playoff? Oh, a little too early to start making that determination. I mean, even the Miami Marlins at this point, sitting at 1-9, do have a decent roster and could make a turnaround. And even Pittsburgh sitting at 8-2 could be down here at the bottom by the end of the year. So, I mean, it's a little too early to start saying who's going to make the playoffs. They're 5-7 right now. I'll say this: the Padres deserved to be in the playoffs last year. If you look at their actual run differential and you look at some of their offensive and pitching stats, good numbers, really good numbers. They had over 100 plus 100 run differential. They only ended up 2 games over 500. The Marlins made the playoffs and they were 6 games above 500. So really for the Padres, it came down to 4 to 7 games that were really close, decided by 1 or 2 runs that they lost. That's the problem with the Padres. Those 1-run, 2-run games, they lost way too many of those last year. But a lot of the games they played well and put up good numbers. When you have a plus 100 run differential, 90% of the time your team has a record that puts you in the playoffs. Now, every year there's weird anomalies and things like that. I think the Mariners once made the playoffs a couple years ago, and they had it was like negative 100 run differential. It was bad. But what that means is that, sure, they might lose a lot by a decent amount of runs, but they did still win more than they lost. And every time they had a close game, they pretty much won all the close ones. Whenever you have a real weird run differential compared to your record, I mean, the Padres, I think, let me see. It's nuts. They were actually a lot better of a team than what their record showed last year. Now, again, then you can debate, are you a good team if you can't win close games? I don't care about your run differential. I don't care if you're blowing out teams once a week. But I would say, just being a statistician type of person, I would say like some bullshit. That they really got bullshitted last year. So to answer your question, yeah, I do think they'll make the playoffs. And I am a Padres fan, but they are my second favorite team. Yeah, this is pretty fucked. Well, I don't know, Daniel. I think the Cubs are pretty good. I dug into their roster a little bit ago earlier in this stream, and it's pretty good. They have a pretty damn good team. I don't know about the pitching staff, but I can tell you for certain their offense. Their offense was good last year, and they have all the same dudes, so should be good again. They gotta hope the stud Cody Bellinger shows up, though. But yeah, for those that were watching earlier and saw this bit, the Padres technically had they were technically the third best team in the NL. They're only 2 games above 500, but look at the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks were negative 15. Technically, in the amount of runs scored compared to given up, they were behind by 15. So they shouldn't have even been a winning team. But they won just enough close games to skew it in the right direction. Padres, complete opposite. They had a plus 104. That means the Padres were like 120 runs better than the Diamondbacks last year. But this is sports. And a lot of times it comes down to close games. So I there's not much to blame on the Padres other than in clutch moments. They were not clutch. They were the opposite of clutch. But sometimes clutchness can be the most important thing. Look at a team like the Diamondbacks who didn't have much firepower, who had a negative run differential. And what did they do again? They rallied all the way to the World Series. They might have lost to a loaded Texas Rangers team playing sizzling hot baseball. But the fact that they even made it there. Yeah, I mean, the thing with the Cubs is they're in this central division. And you're looking at Brewers, Reds, Pirates, and Cardinals. I get that the Cardinals are probably, after going 71, 91 last year, they'll probably pop back. Historically, they just always seem to be in it. Yeah, I'm coming for the UFC this weekend, League. I think Pereira will win. I haven't looked into it yet. I'm not too familiar with Pereira or Jamal Hill. But that card is pretty sick. I mean, I'm not a big UFC fan yet. I'm just getting into it, but I think they had 9 for either current or former champions on the card. Holly Holm is on the early card. Like, there's reasons to watch the whole night. It's gonna be a marathon of fights. I'm gonna be gambling on that shit all night long, baby. Oh, the dude who lost to Sugar Sean in Sugar Sean's first title, Aljamain Sterling or whatever. Sterling, he's in there. I mean, he's probably hoping he can probably get back into championship contention. I don't think he's really that good though. But I don't know. I don't know enough about UFC. But yeah, Sterling, that's a big fight. If he wins that fight, he's gonna have a chance to compete for a championship again. I think maybe. I don't know if there's anybody in that weight. Like they were talking about a potential Cheeto Vera rematch with O'Malley for another title. I can't. No. If they're gonna do, they gotta have. They have a couple of rematches they need to fucking do. I think Tupuria needs to fight Volk again, just to make sure. Honestly, Volk was totally winning that fight by a little bit, and then got his shit knocked out. There's a couple points that looked like he was going to kill Topuria. No, Topuria is also undefeated and a bad dude. I think he just has that championship DNA running through his blood. I think he'll defend that, or if he loses it, potentially win another one in the future. But with how many times Volk has defended that goddamn title, he should have another chance at Topuria. And then Strickland versus Dreykus, a split decision championship. That can't be. Sean Strickland's got to fight Dreykus again, and why wouldn't they do that? That was one of the most fun workups to a fight. All the clips that came out of that, Sean Strickland and his big fucking mouth spewing out borderline nonsense. I mean, I agree with a lot of stuff Sean Strickland says, but there are people that behave generally better than him and seem to have more emotional control that have gone through worse things that he went through as a child. So his whole thing, like, I'm an angry guy that wants to kill somebody because my dad beat me. People have gone through worse and are better. He's out of it, like he was crying on Theo Von's podcast. I mean, like, you're an adult now. As a kid, maybe as a young adult, you struggle with some things, but once you're like past 25, that shit's got to be on the back burner, dude. Or you're still just a kid yourself. Shit's got to be on, because you're going to deal with things. Get fucking ready. Because you're going to deal with shit as an adult that's going to equal some of that shit. And if you're still not over the shit from your childhood, you're going to be in a bad fucking place. So yeah, the fact that Strickland talks about that shit so much, I think it's kind of a dick move. Maybe his dad was a piece of shit, but you're famous, bro. Don't be going out there talking shit on your dad like that. I don't know. I think his dad might have passed away, but But then again, Sean Strickland says a lot of things that I agree with as well. Just because someone says a bunch of things I agree with doesn't mean I'm going to suck their dick. I do think Sean Strickland won that fight, but I'm a novice UFC observer. So I wouldn't be the best person. In my opinion, I mean, he literally hit Dricus in the face more. Is that not the point of it? That's statistically, he had more headshots. Strikes to the head. He rocked his dome more than Dricus rocked his dome. In a close fight, you should just look at that number and be like, all right. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Why are we looking at stats from last year? All right. We were looking at the scores. UConn did win another. Oh, is that tonight? Oops. No, someone did tell me that was tonight. I'm such a college basketball hater. I just don't care about college basketball. I didn't even know that was another. I mean, I know they've won a lot of championships in history, but did they win it last year too? UConn? Xander Bogaerts with 2 outs. And he grounds out directly to the shortstop. And the inning is over. Oh my God. Dude. This happened last year more than once where I tuned into a Padres game to stream it and it wasn't even watchable. And I guess I got unlucky because they must have not had many games like this last year. If they're 82-80 with a plus 100 run differential, that means you did not get blown out very often. That means you blew out a lot of people and then or had solid games where you won 5-2 or 4-1 or 6-3. You had a lot of those types of games. But when the games came down to 1 run, 5-4, 2-1, 1-0, they lost those games. A lot of them. It's interesting how that plays out. Baseball, you play 162 games, so you do get some fun statistical anomalies. How the hell does a team? We gotta find the Mariners. The Mariners one was nuts. What's up, Steven? Oh yeah. I'm sitting here as a Padres fan. I'm prolapsed. My bottom is prolapsed. My butt hurts. I just want you guys to stop. Just please leave us alone and go back to Chicago. We can't take it anymore. Luckily, the Padres are my second favorite team, so it doesn't really hurt too bad. But I'm at my age. At my age, all the teams that I've bandwagon are the last team that I'm bandwagoning, at least for my second favorite team. Obviously, my Cleveland teams are number 1. But I'm sticking with it, bro. I'm sticking with the squads that I've been rolling with. Panthers, Warriors, Padres. Panthers, I've been a Panthers fan for a minute now. I've stuck through some hard times. So for them to still be my second favorite team, I'm loyal. What do you think, that idiot, G? What do you think, you idiot? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they sat him. They brought in somebody else in the 4th inning. And the other guy shit the bed just as bad. He's still pitching now. He's also given up 4 runs, just like you, Darvish. Yeah, these pitchers today for San Diego, they have something in common. They've both shit the bed and given up 4 runs. Smoke gas. Actually, I haven't really been smoking gas. When I use THC, I get the fucking shit from the vape stores that they sell in Ohio. So I've been doing the edibles and shit. Now I've been trying to get off of them because they still be drug testing for the THC, and I'm on a little job search. I do like to do streams under the influence of THC. It does slow down my pace of talking, but I'm able to come up with some really funny shit. I say it's a fun. I say funny shit. But yes, you too, Steven. Good ass gas. But yeah, at this point, like, I'm not gonna buy those gummies anymore when I could just legally drive to Michigan and go to a recreational dispensary, buy it, and bring it back to Ohio. And as long as I don't have more than like 2 ounces or some shit like that, it's legal. The cop could pull me over and I'd be like, yo, I got an ounce in the back. Don't that shit smell good, man? That shit smell good, don't it, officer? And guess what? I haven't smoked any yet. Let's go, bitch. Let's do a field sobriety test. I know you smell that kush. I know you want to give me a field sobriety test. I've passed a full I've passed a field sobriety test. It's not a hardcore one. He just did the shit with my eyes. And then he took me out of the car and he did it again. When he took me out of the car, I thought I was fucked. Because I'm like, if this guy makes me do my ABCs or something, I might be a little screwed. Or if he tries to make me walk in a line, walk straight, I might be a little screwed. But the eyes, dude, I can do the eyes all day, baby. Because I was on some Adderall too, but I was wasted. I was hammered. I was supposed to be the designated driver. And my friends got so drunk, I was like, they're not going to notice if I also get really drunk. Now that fuck it, I can handle it. And then, of course, we forgot to turn on the lights. My friend didn't tell me to turn them on. It was his car. And we immediately get pulled over, leaving the bars at Kent State. Kent State is like a big party school in Ohio. Kind of a lot of hippies. I went to University of Akron, which back in the day was a little bit more of a party school. I don't know about nowadays. You got fired from Taco Bell for THC? What? Dude, they can't fire people. Dude, that's the worst. And see, that's what pisses me off about some of these jobs. Dude, I had to pass a drug test to work at Walmart. But I've been an insurance agent and I've been a mortgage banker, and neither of those jobs had any kind of drug test. In fact, I remember that my bosses when I was working for Quicken Loans, Rocket Mortgage, so trapping back when the rates were low, dude, I was slanging some refinance mortgages, dude, making big bucks, dude. I had money. I had some money. I mean, maybe I made like 40K in 5 months, 6 months. So that's a lot for a kid fresh out of college. Never had that kind of money. And then since then, I've just gone downhill. After that, I started doing YouTube and hating corporate America. I worked a labor job, moving bags of birdseed in a place that processed the birdseed. Then I got back into sales and did some insurance shit. That was really gay. People weren't buying my insurance, dude. I didn't like it. Yeah, that's cool that they gave back with my friend had that problem. He got his card but he couldn't have a weapon. But now they gave it back. You got the gun rights back. Oh, you're out in New Mexico, Steven? So yeah, that's the thing. So Ohio may have passed the law to make cannabis recreational, but first things first, you can't buy it yet because the licensing process is a long process. And we also don't have any kind of protection for jobs. So they can still do that. Like, that's bullshit. You're telling me I'm allowed to be a mortgage banker and be on all fucking sorts of drugs, and then you want to go work at a smaller job, more simple life like Taco Bell and Walmart? The point of working at those jobs is so you can go to work stoned. Like, I couldn't sell mortgages stoned. I tried. It was really hard. It didn't really work. Being stoned and trying to do a sales job is a real fucking nightmare, dude. It's fucking not fun. It's bad, especially like high octane where the calls are coming in and you're calling out and you're doing all these numbers, crunching the numbers, all these percents and rates and charts and shit. I think I only got stoned like once. I got drunk doing the mortgages and was fine. But stoned, dude, no. But see, going to Walmart, dude, a few times I was up in Walmart cooked as hell, man. That shit was awesome, dude. Or Pizza Hut when I was a pizza delivery driver, dude. Oh, there was nothing funner. I would go to the gym and then I'd like go mow my granny's grass. And then I'd smoke like a joint on the way to Pizza Hut. And it's fucking a good day, dude. Good day. And then I'd be like the closing driver, so you'd be there till 2 a.m. on the weekends. And your boss would have a dab pen and you just be all stoned. And then you go home and hit up your homies that are up late all the time. We'd start drinking at like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. and get turned up all night till like 9 in the morning and then go to sleep. Or just stay up. Damn. But yeah, it's weird that. Well, I don't know how long heroin stays in your system, but he's probably passed drug tests before. He injected himself and went under the soda machine and pressed the button on Baja Blast into his mouth. This dude was nodding off on some Whitney Houston, doing some straight Baja Blast, man. He was hitting that Baja Blast straight, dude. That straight hitter of the Baja, that'll get you fucked up too. Oh shit, Jake Cronenworth, deep shot. I think it stayed fair. No, it didn't. Oh, there was a runner on base and no outs. Could the Padres potentially make a comeback? It's the bottom of the sixth. That was probably the coolest thing that will happen all night for the Padres. Cronenworth misses a home run by about 3 inches. Other than that, nothing exciting has happened. Oh, but the federal jobs like Amazon aren't protected in New Mexico? Okay. Interesting. Damn globalists. It's hard to like, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist guy, so I have my thoughts on why marijuana hasn't been legalized. But I think it's been weaponized too. Like with all them hippies and shit in the 60s and 70s, like butt fucking each other. But they were on other stuff too, a lot of acid. I mean, if I was alive back then, I would have went to the what was it? The Woodstock. I would have probably went to the Woodstock and did some butt fucking in the woods. Shit. But I don't know. There's the side that maybe they want people to be all high all the time, so they're complacent. But also, I don't know about that because weed kind of makes me smarter. I guess I can't function as well or get as much done or think as quick on my feet. But it kind of makes me think better. The problem is it has a come down that kind of sucks. And like the next day, you kind of feel a little off because you're kind of really sparking it up. You're sparking up your mind. And that's literally kind of what it does. It moves blood into the brain, allows your neurons to fire more. But it also hits like those cannabinoid receptors that like does something to you spiritually too. So there's like a spiritual awakening shit. Oh, hold on. It sounds like my daughter has woken up. I'm going to need to go tend to her. What's wrong? But yeah, going back to that thought, there's definitely like a lot of beneficial parts to marijuana and cannabis. So I mean, well, marijuana and cannabis are the same thing. I sound like a dumbass right now. But yeah, I don't know. There's good sides to it and bad sides to it. I think maybe more good than bad though. I don't know. I guess if I would have smoked less weed throughout my life, it would have been a little better. But if I would have never smoked weed, I think I would be less of a person. I'd be a worse person if I never smoked and didn't have a phase where I smoked a lot, like every day, all day. But oh shit, Cronenworth, he got it right this time. Yeah, baby. All right, Padres back in it. No, not yet. They need 2 more of those, and then we can talk. Oh, we're going to the Crone Zone tonight. 2-run home run for Jake Cronenworth. A guy who didn't have the season he was expected to have last year. Padres hoping to get a little more out of him in this season, and there you go. There's something. But yeah, I guess like there's a couple of different things. Like people on hard drugs can use marijuana to recover. People with brain injuries, it's helped them. If you do something like physical a lot where your body is sore a lot, that it can help with that. It has some anabolic properties. And I think it does in a way, as long as you don't abuse it, it expands your mind. And like it's different than alcohol. If you're having a real bad time and you turn to alcohol and start drinking, it can make a bad time even worse. You know, you might feel a couple of beers, but then you start chasing that dragon, then you get really fucked up and emotional and start doing some terrible things. Weed, on the other hand, I mean, the worst thing you do is maybe eat a lot of tacos and jerk off. That's about it. Parental advisory, explicit content, viewer discretion is advised. So yeah. Oh, so you bastards had the first particle accelerator, huh? Yeah, they'd be doing some weird shit with all these hadron colliders, the CERN and everything. Yeah, I know, but I've heard of the blues. They're like the fake Oxycontins. Beans. They just call them beans now. Back in the day, didn't beans, that used to be like an Adderall. I don't know. People have different terminology in different areas. That's interesting. New Mexico owns the world. New Mexico won World War II. Did you guys like develop a big bomb or something? Interesting. Air Force Base. Huh. You don't really think of New Mexico much. I don't know. They don't really have, well, Albuquerque is the big city. Yeah, Albuquerque. They're like that's like the big, they need some sports teams in New Mexico. That'll get people hyped. They should have moved Oakland Athletics to Albuquerque or something. Is it just too dangerous? Yeah, I mean, are we still talking about weed, Danny? Yeah, I've quit all sorts of stuff and went back, and then quit again, and then went back, all sorts of things. But yeah, that is sad, Evan. One of my closest friends died buying some bad drugs. He was the guy that got me into deeper into all the conspiracy theories, and I remember talking, we would watch Joe Rogan and we were like, fuck this guy, we can make a better podcast. And we never got around to it. So part of my content comes from that idea comes from him. I know he'd be in the booth doing some podcast on my main channel with me and all that. I do a lot of conspiracy theory. I do a lot of like goofy little comedy stuff too. I try not to get too intense with the conspiracies. The world is ending, the new world order is coming. Like, yeah, they are, but if we sit around and cry about it, that doesn't really help the cause. But yeah, that's the issue with street drugs and party drugs now, and why I stay away from that shit. Because it's just unless you have a test kit and you know how to use that thing effectively, wherever you go, like you can't trust nobody or nothing. Oh shit! Padres get the bases loaded, and then Kim. Oh no, wait! There were runners on first and third, and Kim hit a triple, so they weren't loaded. But there were runners on. Kim hits a 2-run triple. Suddenly it's 8-4. Fuck, I should have bet on the Padres to come back. So yeah, I've had several times where like I've gone completely off THC. Going from heavy use to getting off of it is kind of fucking insane. First things first, you get insomnia and you just have to deal with it. You just can't sleep. It's weird. And then I don't know, you feel different, man. It changes. The effects of smoking THC or edibles or anything, it has a small effect on you for a pretty long time. Obviously, when you get stoned, sometimes that's only dope for like 1 to 2 hours. Or if you do some heavy edibles, it could be dope for like a whole day if you really get yourself fucked up enough. But there's also a whole nother like 72 hours where it kind of sticks around. And you can't tell really. You feel sober, you feel normal, but there is just a slight hinge on you. Slight little hinge. What do you mean? What's the sativa? I don't know. I mean, unless you go to like I guess the dispensaries now. I always just like buying weed off the street. Like you don't really know what it is. It just gets you fucked up. I don't care if it's sativa or indica. I'm just trying to get stoned. But I think I know what you're talking about. I guess I'm not a weed connoisseur. I've never had like a medical card or even been to a dispensary. But I mean, I've done enough that yeah, it seems like the shit that's more like purple seems to be indica, and the shit that's lighter green seems to be sativa. And I've heard what people say sativa is more of a energetic, while indica is more just like Bob Marley laying on the couch. I think most shit that you get off the street is going to be a hybrid. So that's probably what I have the most experience in. And then now with the dispensaries and stuff, you can really lock in on what exactly you want. If you want something that's purely sativa or purely indica. But yeah, in my mind, I'd probably want a hybrid. It's just the simplest. it can, yeah. I mean, at certain doses, it can be almost like a psychedelic experience. And the times that I've like been smoking like every single day, I didn't get that. You don't really get as high anymore, where it gets like real too deep and almost kind of scary. But if you take some time off and then get right into it and do something fucking heavy, big ass joint or an edible, yeah, that shit can really mess you up. Sometimes in not so good of a way. Kind of similar to like a bad trip on shrooms that really isn't that bad. It's uncomfortable because of what you're thinking and you're facing uncomfortable truths about yourself that make you a better person when it's all over with, but it's tough to deal with at first. I don't know. I like a surprise though, Steven. I want to go to, when I go to the dispensary, I'm going to say, surprise me, motherfucker. But yeah, I see what you're saying about buying it off the streets. I wouldn't really buy it off the streets. One, I don't really even know anybody in my town. I could go out to the bar a couple times, meet some people, and find some plugs. When I was going out last year, I was starting to find some people who might be some good plugs. But you know, people when they're drunk, they're always like bullshit, and they're always like, "Yeah, man, I'll hook you up, bro, this and that." And then you never like you try to text them and they don't answer you. Shit like that. I don't know. In Ohio, I don't really hear reports of marijuana being laced with fentanyl. I'd be concerned about it in the slightest, but I've never even heard of anybody getting laced weed in this area. Now, again, you're out in a different state, so things could be different. I definitely believe that they're probably doing that somewhere, but it doesn't seem to happen here in Ohio. But we do like all the other stuff, like coke and shit. It's pretty sketchy. I don't know if it's as bad as what they say it is. Like, I think you go to a bar and there's still a guy with some pretty good coke that's going to hook you up, right? But there's a much higher chance that that guy's a fucking scam artist and sold you some car fentanyl that was made to put down a fucking horse and you're going to die in 5 minutes if you do it. There's that too. Then that guy he hits his lick and then just goes to the next bar, hits a couple licks, goes home, makes a little bit of money. But anyone that's legitimately like there's people that are still trying to make money as a coke dealer. And the last thing you want to do as a good coke dealer is trying to make money is sell someone something with fentanyl in it. I get that it makes you more addicted, but I don't think like cocaine is that like addicting of a drugs in the traditional sense. Like right now, I used to do a bunch of coke. Me sitting here sober at the moment, I would have no interest in doing cocaine. Now give me 10 beers and a few shots and we're fucking talking. I might dial up a phone number or two, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a very novelty type of drug. So it's very sad to see a drug like that getting hit by fentanyl, which is a junkie drug. And cocaine, it kind of ruined cocaine for everybody. But again, not everything is as bad as what we think it is. Every issue these days gets glorified. Like if I wanted to find some good cocaine, I'd go find some good cocaine. But I don't do that. I don't have the desire to do that party life shit. I mean, every once in a while, I'll go out, have some drinks, do some Adderall, maybe, and have a good time. Yeah, there was a guy. I went to Los Angeles on. It's a long story. It was kind of like a mental breakdown party mission. Like I wasn't like straight miserable and sad at the time that I did it, but my mindset to get, oh shit, Padres with a runner on base, they're still doing things. It's now 8-5 and Xander Bogaerts. Man, I should have bet on them to come back. Fuck. This is now a baseball game, folks. The Padres have done it. They're only down 1 run. They've exploded for 7 here in the bottom of the 6th. I saw that they got 1 more run and I didn't even mention it. But now, shit, dude, what happened? Let's go, dude. Yeah, I mean, it depends on who you know. I could probably go, like I said, I could go out to the bar and find some plugs for a lot of things. It might take me a couple weeks of going out like every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But if I went out all 3 of those days for like 5 weeks in a row, I'd probably be able, I'd find some shit. But I'm sure out there in New Mexico, from what you're saying, it's probably a lot easier. But yeah, anyways, when I was in Los Angeles, this guy asked me if I had any blues. And I didn't know what they were. I'm like, what's blues? I thought he was saying booze. And I was like, yo, I'll get you some shots, bro. Let's get fucked up. But yeah, I basically like ran away from home a little bit. I was going through some bad stuff last year. This is like last February. And I jumped on a plane and went to Los Angeles drunk the whole time and fucking hung out with some homeless people. And sure enough, some guy was asking me for blues. I was like, what's a blue? And he's like, it's a pressed oxy. And I immediately knew, like, oh, that definitely involves fentanyl. If something's oppressed, like any kind of opiate, it's definitely involving. I always think like Blues Clues. Make a remix of Blues Clues, and they're all fucked up on blues. They're all fucking high as shit on opiates. What's up, Norm? How you doing, man? But yeah, I don't know. We were kind of talking about some other things. I was having fun talking about some other stuff outside of the baseball, and look what fucking happened. Padres came back. This is what we needed to do. What is what I needed to do? Where's hold up. Yeah, that was you, Steven. That was you that said you like the Cubs, huh? What is happening? All right, just for you, Steven, I'll go back to talking about the game now so that the Cubs can win, because that's what happens whenever I talk Padres. So they just have all sorts of shit out there, man. All these no one even tries to replicate, because you have people that just are like, give me a pressed fentanyl pill. I don't give a fuck if I die. You have a lot of people, there's a lot of people like that all over the country and the world. So yeah, I don't know. Traditionally, as far as the decriminalization of drugs go, I tend to say, yeah, regulate it. You're gonna have. I don't think people are gonna start doing drugs just because they're legal. But then again, with alcohol being legal and widely available, perhaps maybe that door could open pretty quick. Because for me, I don't really ever seek out any type of drug other than THC unless I'm drunk. If I'm drunk, I'll smoke crack, dude. I've smoked freaking meth before drunk. Like if I get wasted, if somebody says you want, like, I'll say no to opiates. I won't do that. And these days, I'm kind of scared of cocaine, but if someone pulls out some fucking little rock of Molly, dude, and it's a perfect little purple looking like rock candy, dude, I'm gonna eat that shit. Bet your ass. Mm-mm. But like a Molly pill would kind of scare me. A lot of things would scare me. The best is getting the Adderall capsule with the beads. Can't fake those beads, dude. Mm. And that's good enough for me. Anything that. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, San Diego. At least they're on the coast. Mm-mm. I mean, every big city at this point is pretty is kind of having a bad time. Oh shit. De Los Santos? Is this guy play on the Indians? Oh, I like this guy. The Padres got him? Fuck yeah, dude. Is this the right guy? Yeah, Neil. I do this big dude. Yeah, I like this dude. I wish we would have kept him. He was a really good bullpen guy. They traded him. I guess they traded him to the Padres for something weird. I was kind of pissed. People growing meth in coolers. I mean, I've heard of worse than that. I've heard of you can make shake. There's like you take like a car battery, you take like a battery and some like pseudoephedrine or something and some other shit, maybe a little gasoline, and you shake it up in the bottle and you can make like meth in a bottle. It's like you just shake that shit up and they make shake, dude. You've made some shake before? Did it come out okay? I mean, look, man. Honestly, dude, if I'm sitting there with somebody making some shake, you trust that more than average thing you buy off some random dude on the streets. I'd rather trust you, Norm, making me some shake than some guy in the corner. Huh. What's the ingredients? Maybe we shouldn't talk about that. Parental advisory, explicit content, viewer discretion advised. Everything said on this show is not true and for entertainment purposes only. Okay, boom. We can say whatever we want now. As long as I have the disclosure, we can say whatever. Oh, making it in a microwave. Huh. Dang. I mean, yeah, if you're in jail, I don't know if what else are you going to do? You get bored. Yeah. If I was in jail, dude, I'd work out, but probably also do drugs. I'd be like a hybrid type dude. I went to jail one time and I was only in for 24 hours, so I didn't really get the full experience. If I was in there, my mind already started thinking though, like, all right, how exactly can I get fucked up in here? I've seen the dudes going and getting their medicine. I didn't really know much about jail or how it worked. Cubs are kind of gay. I mean, yeah, Tara G. They have Dansby Swanson and Cody Bellinger. Those are two pretty floofy dudes. I mean, I like them both, but they are there's some chads. They got some chads. The gay guys probably like the Cubs. They got a guy named Horner. He's good too. He's a good little Horner. Ether. The ether. Yeah, the batteries in the Claritin. Okay. Hell yeah. Damn, Padres back up to bat. What's up, the tuna? Hey, I've been there. When I was a kid, my grandparents had season tickets to the Cleveland Browns. And I'm only 28, so that it wasn't too long ago. We were really, really shitty. And there was a lot of games that we left early that I wanted to stay as a kid, but You know, I didn't understand things like getting out early for parking purposes and shit like that. And there was a lot of times that I left the game, and there was only like one time we missed the Browns comeback out of the 50 times we left early. Pretty much every game you leave early. Damn, Cronenworth got on base for Manny Machado here too. Manny 0 for 3 on the day, is only batting 184 on the season to start. I wouldn't look at average yet though. Manny with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs producing. Blooper into center field will be handled though. Manny goes down. I don't know who was pitching for the Padres. They finally put someone good in. They put in De Los Santos. He's a baller. My favorite team is the Cleveland Indians. Second favorite team, Padres. It's always fun when a guy goes from one of your favorite teams to another, and he's good. He hasn't had like a long history or a big sample size of being that good of a pitcher, but De Los Santos for the Padres, big black dude, he's good. Yeah, I did see the Cubs had won at least one of those games against the Dodgers. The Cubs are good though, Steven. It'll be all right. The Cubs should win. There's always St. Louis, sneaky St. Louis with Arenado and Goldschmidt, who could be trouble. I haven't dug into Cincinnati. I don't think I need to even look at Milwaukee. Christian Yelich hasn't been good if he's even still playing, and Pittsburgh's a fluke, so maybe not a fluke. They're not going to be terrible this year, but they'll be hovering around 500 by when it's all said and done. I would think Chicago has the best offense in the division by a long shot. No doubt. Jacobs? J-Cos? You trying to get me to say something funny? J-Cos? I'm not familiar with who's that. J-Cos? Are you talking about the catcher for the Padres, maybe? No, that's Campensano. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about, Matt. I don't think the Padres. See, the thing with the Padres, they didn't suck last year. They were 2 games above 500 and had a plus 100 run differential, which I've already discussed 3 times tonight. So I'm not going to dive into that again, but they had the 3rd best run differential in the NL last year, but they just lost too many close games. They sucked in close games last year for sure. Looks like they got another base runner here with 1 out. So the Padres looking like they might not only tie this game up, but take the lead. Yeah, they weren't bad. I mean, if you have a plus 100 run differential, you should be in the playoffs, no doubt. And you look at their offensive stats, and it checked out to me. Kim had a big breakout year. Maybe you didn't get everything you wanted out of Cronenworth. The Trent Grisham experiment finally lost its steam. Yeah, only 1 out. Oh, so the Cubs just gave up Santos? Well, he's older. He's like 28. I mean, it's kind of surprising that he's been a relevant pitcher was probably his 3rd year being relevant. Before he came to us, he wasn't doing shit in the majors. We be doing that. The Indians, we're good at finding them fuckers. Yeah, what's up, Daniel? Yeah, I totally changed the subject that whole inning, and it just next thing you know. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm purposely not talking about the game because I spent the first 4 innings kind of focused on the Padres and the game, and a little talk about their past, present, and future, and some of the stats. And they were doing awful. They were down 8-0. Then we started talking about like pressed pills and making shake meth in a bottle and marijuana, which is a good time. I love talking about those things. And next thing you know, Cronenworth goes yard, Kim hits the triple, and then Profar hits a home run. And this is kind of the Padres I remember from 2 years ago. And from 2021 and 2022, they were always fun, man. The blues, I can hear the blues. Sing me some blues, Steven. All right, now the pitcher is Hector Neris. I'm not too familiar with him, but so far this year it said his opponents have a 385 average, so that's pretty good. Kim up to bat. And with one out, he could potentially, if he hits another triple, I don't think he'll hit another triple, but he get the tying run in right here. Tying run at second. Yes, that would be correct, Stephen. I am too much. I'm aware of this. All right, I'm going to zone in on this a little bit here. I had a good feeling that Kim was going to develop into a good starter. He was kind of a high-toted prospect. I have his rookie card. I kind of liked his swing, but that average was sitting at 220 for the first couple of years of his career. He wasn't really going anywhere. And then last year, he put up great numbers. What's up, Jarma? Who wins? Let's go. I'm thinking Padres, man. I'm thinking Padres. If they've come back, they were down 8-0. You get to 7. Down by 1. You got to come back. Hell yeah. I don't have any real life friends in my direct area, so this is kind of what I do for fun, to hang out with people. Oh, Kim's going to get a hold of one, but it's going to hang a little bit too long in the air, and it's going to be caught. Boy, off the bat, that looked like it might be special for a second there. But as often in baseball, looks can be deceiving. But yeah, hey, even if the Padres lose, I'm happy they at least made this a watchable game and some entertainment, because it really was not entertainment. I was almost going to bet on them when they were down 8-0, because I knew it would have been like 50 cents to win $8 or something insane like that. But I pussied out. I vagged out. Well, not just Darvish. It was the pitcher that came after that. Every time I watch Darvish, since he's been on the Padres, he's always been disappointing. But yes, looking at the overall stats, they picked up Darvish at the end of his career, outside of his prime. He's put up, I think he had 1 year of sub 4 earned run average. He had an earned run average in the 3, 1 year. Outside of that, he's been up in the 4s, like mid 4s. We'll take it. The catcher, Campusano, however the hell you say his name. Campusano. He has grounded out. So the inning is over. Risp. Risp lives in our nightmares. Runners in scoring position, the Risp. Yeah, they could. Well, Tuna, apparently it's our fault, Tuna. This is all of our fault. Me and you. Because I stopped talking about the game. I stopped talking about baseball for the night. Next thing you know, it's an 8-7 game. You left the game, missed out on all this crazy shit. So I think I need, if the Padres are going to win, guys, I need to end. I might just have to end the show right here. Yeah, almost kind of like how the Golden State Warriors used to be when they'd be down by 20 points. And you'd be sitting there live betting and be like, all right, let's wait till they're down 20. Let's wait till they're down 20. Yeah, we got to smoke some more blues. The Padres can win. Chicago's kind of fucked too. I'm sure they got plenty of blues going on there. I've never done a bluey before. I've never been a big opiate guy. I was on Kratom for 4 years really hard. Oh, you're a Spurs fan? Nice. Yeah, I'm glad they got something for the future. Because it was like Popovich and this crazy run for like 20 years. And then once Kawhi left, seemed kind of fucked. They had DeRozan for a few years. That was kind of. I have a DeRozan Spurs jersey. It was on sale when he left the team, when he went to Chicago. But then they got Wemby, and that was a good time to have the first overall pick to get Wembanyama. I don't know if he'll develop into like a surefire superstar that's going to win you like a championship on his back. I think that there might need to be a Wemby might be, in terms of a championship team, he might be the Robin to throw a couple names out there. A Damian Lillard or a Donovan Mitchell or someone like that. A stud guard, or maybe even a stud forward like a Jason Tatum or a Jaylen Brown. But I don't mean that in like a super negative way, right? It's kind of like Michael Porter Jr. on the Nuggets. If Michael Porter Jr. is your second best player, you're probably not a championship team. But if he's your third best player, that looks pretty good. I don't know, Jarma. I think the Padres could potentially complete the comeback. Who do I think will win? If you held a gun to my face and got my honest opinion, I would pick the Cubs because it's the top of the 8th and they're already winning. But I am a Padres fan, so I'm a little bit biased. And you kind of feel like if a team comes down comes back down 8-0 to make it a 1-run game, that somehow, some way they'll finish it, whether it happens in the 9th inning or the 11th inning. But yeah, do they have some future picks as well? They have some pieces that could be really good bench guys too. Vassell and Johnson, I think. They could be like good rotation guys. Bought 2 hats. So Tuna, you had seats up in the boxes, huh? Why'd you leave? I just got drunk and started like flirting with every freaking girl I see. I'm single, so I can do that, but Keldon is fading. Huh. I kind of felt that way. I haven't really watched any of the Spurs other than like highlights from Wemby. I've checked out their stats a few times, and I did feel like Keldon Johnson at this point should have evolved a little bit more, and it looked like he kind of went backwards. So that does make sense. I feel it though, Tuna. Sometimes you gotta cut your losses. I understand. It is a Monday. It is a Monday. I know what you're doing, Steven. You're trying to use reverse psychology. You're trying to use reverse psychology. Here, you want to get an answer on who's gonna win? Go to Vegas. What are the sports books saying? You want to know who's gonna win? This will fucking tell you. How bad is the odds? Are the Padres still long odds? At plus, okay, they do have a little bit of. Padres have a little bit of hope here. A lot of hope. If their odds are plus 210, I would expect it to be higher than that you would get a little more back for betting them. Generally, in this situation, the team that is down by 1 loses. But who knows? But I guess, Steven, you're saying as a Cubs fan? So Steven speaks from experience and says that the Cubs. I see. But this is the new Cubs. I mean, I guess they have the same team from last year, but ever since the World Series, the Cubs kind of went backwards, right? How did they do since then? I mean, I know all those guys kind of left. So what do you expect? Cubbies through the years. Okay, I think 2016 is when they won it. I was a year off. Yeah. Ah. Pain. God, it hurts. It still hurts. I can't look at it. No. Not only this just is the worst fucking sentence you can see. First things first, they won it 4-3. We were up 3-1. Second of all, they took our fucking name. We're not even the Indians anymore. They took our goddamn name. But congrats for the Cubs. That was fantastic that they won, and they deserved it. They had a very good team. Chris Bryant, Rizzo. Oh, they got 35-year-old Ben Zobrist had a fucking man year. That's a man year. Respect, dude. Yeah, Dexter Fowler actually played well. Addison Russell, he didn't end up having much of a career, but he had 95 RBIs that year. Jason Hayward kind of was okay. Not really. Yavi Baez was good that year. He didn't have crazy production numbers, but he batted all right. Wilson Contreras, good piece. Soler. I don't know. Is it their pitching that was good? Yeah. Their pitching is what won them. Look at that shit. Lester, Arrieta, Hendricks, Lackey, and Hamill. Look at the earned run averages. 2.44, 3.1, 2.3. Every single guy in their rotation had under a 4. Oh shit, Padres did get a base runner. I don't know the tuna. I might have to just keep looking away. If I watch this game, see, we got a base runner last inning, and I started watching, and then shit got fucky. Damn, good ass bullpen. Because yeah, their offense really wasn't that nuts. I mean, they did play well in the playoffs for sure. They gotta thank Ben Zobrist. Thank God he had a man year. But they won a lot of games because that pitching staff. They were not like a team that snuck in. 103 and 58. They had Jeffrey Epstein's brother as president, Theo Epstein. His brother was more into prostituting out children, and Theo Epstein just likes baseball. He's not into all that demonic globalist shit. What's up, Zan? Oh shit. I had a crazy Zan phase. Back in what was that, 2015? Oh yeah. Getting them Zans off the streets, getting that pressed them pressies, them pressed Alperzams. Let's get fucked up. We might die tonight, motherfucker. Oh shit. We've been kind of talking about this. I don't know. If you held a gun to my head and said, "Who the fuck do you think's gonna win, motherfucker?" I'd pick the Cubs, but I like the Padres. So, and they were down 8-0. You know, you score, so you can't do that. You can't be down 8-0, get within 1 run, and then blow it. You can't do that. That's fucked. So I also think the Padres are gonna win. I think both teams will win. Oh, you're trying to maybe make a bet? We could bet together. Let's just bet on the Padres. Fuck it. It'll be funner. They're at plus 190 right now. You won't? You won't do it? I'll do it right now. I only bet small amounts of money, though, so $2. Boom. Oh, I got to log in. Shit. I'm not afraid. I usually promise not to bet on my favorite teams, but sometimes in these situations, I have some other bets that should win. How are the Nationals and Angels doing? Are they still up? They were both up by 4 runs. If they blew that shit, I'm gonna be pissed, man. Oh shit. I lost. There we go. All right, I got Padres at plus 185. Oh, and they're moving too. They were just at plus 190, and now they're already down to plus 160. See, we gotta be quick out here. You gotta be quick. You gotta make them quick decisions to get the best odds. It's hard, man. The wannabe Astros. How are they the wannabe Astros? They have a bunch of superstars, and it doesn't work out. That's a good point. I don't think the Cubs suck. I don't think the Cubs suck. Nah. Fuck, now they're up to 210. We cannot watch these live because we're gonna get spoilers. Sports books, they're like 3 minutes ahead of everyone because they're fucking time travelers. Oh my, okay, so one of my parlays got busted up. Oh, it was looking really good too. Damn, I had the Mets. I bet the Mets when it was tied 5-5 against the Braves. And then I took the Phillies when they were ahead in the top of the 9th. Now I ended up getting a really bad price on that because it ended up going to extra innings. But I did win that leg of the parlay. And then the Diamondbacks screwed me. Ended up being 5-7. When I bet the Diamondbacks again, they were priced in at this number because they were winning the game 4-1. But knowing that I was going to win both Mets and Phillies and it was going to come down to this game, I took a hedge bet on the Rockies. And I won that. So really good move by me on that one. Whenever you start winning a bunch of legs in your parlay, start looking to hedge yourself. Take a look at how much money am I going to win in this parlay? And out of that winning, what am I willing to give up to try to get a good number? Sometimes it doesn't work out. I was lucky when I jumped on the Rockies on my hedge bet. The Rockies were losing at that point. So some people would have said, fuck yeah, the Diamondbacks are winning. I'm going to win my 3-team parlay. But I was like, wait a second. We have a chance to hedge ourselves. Oh, shit. Tatis Jr. has launched one. Fernando, a home run, a 2-run shot, and the Padres have taken the lead. Let's fucking go, dude. I hope you did it, bro. Where's Zan? I hope you took that bet, Zan. I said let's do it, bro. I said let's both do it. Let's both send it. Fernando, let's go. Where's it at? Fernando. Where the hell's my I have a Tatis. There it is. Where is it? I have his jersey, bro. Where the fuck did I put it? How do you lose a fucking jersey? Who loses a jersey? Oh, that's pretty fucked. Son of a bitch. It's probably in here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Wrap that shit, son. Fernando. Let's go, dude. Man, all right. So while there's been a lot of times like last year where watching and streaming the Padres did not work out for me and I got unlucky and saw some bad games, the 2 years previous, again, 2021 and 2022, there was a lot of shit that happened like this. So I'm really not that surprised. And a lot of times it's been Fernando being the clutch dude. A little peer pressure. I think we peer pressured each other into taking the bet, Zan. But this is baseball. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Cronenworth is going to ground out here, end the inning. But here at home, the San Diego Padres, after that blast in the 8th inning by Fernando, that wasn't a bat flip. That was a bat throw. Suddenly now have 3 outs to win this game. Fuck, dude. I really was thinking a couple times in my head, like, I should just do a 50-cent fuck it bet when they were down 8-0. At least I'm going to get something out of it, hopefully. Damn, I should have done more, dude. That's fine. I'll be in a good spot. I'm sitting at $8. My threshold is 10. I originally put $10 into my account. And we'll be up. I was down to my last dollar, my last bet, and I hit a 4-team parlay, $1 to win $9. Oh, is that going to be one of those, like, what's that, the remix song with Tory Lanez? The edit. That song they always use. Should I be the first one to do it, Exotic Nick? Should I make a Tatis? I probably should, huh? What's that song called they always use for the badass baseball? She Make It Clap. Unfortunately, that's one of those songs that if you listen to it like 5 times, it gets really old. But it's still sweet for the clips. Somebody should have made like maybe a real beat. They should have diversified that beat and made the real song off of it, but I don't know. What do I know? Oh, dude, I'm looking good. What happened here though? Did somebody fuck me? No one fucked me. Why won't they give me cash out? Because they know I'm gonna win, bitch. I have the Nationals and the Angels, right? Nationals, Angels. Nationals are up 8-1. Angels are up 7-1. Why did I make this bet? I don't know. I sniffed it out. People are going to be betting Rays on the road against the Angels, and people are going to be betting Giants at home against the Nationals. And Vegas always wins. And baseball is very random. Even the best teams have what, like a 65% winning percentage? There's only a few teams that even have a 60% winning percentage. Like, baseball's tight, man. Hell, the best teams lose 50 games a year. So I don't know why I do well with baseball. Maybe I'm autistic. I don't think I don't think so. I don't think I'm autistic. They say I'm like bipolar or something like that, but I'm kind of good about that now. I used to be crazy. You guys would have noticed. I used to be a fucking maniac when I would stream. Now I learned how to focus the maniac. But yeah, there's a lot of randomness to baseball, Zan. See, here's the thing. The main thing about sports betting is there only 3% of people that bet make money, are profitable. Only 3%. So all those guys out there selling their picks, they're full of shit. They're not really winning. They're full of shit. There is no real winning in sports betting. That 3% is not skill, it's luck. You can be good at sports betting and still lose. It comes down to randomness. And the way they shape odds and spreads and all that shit, it kind of controls the randomness in a way that sets them up to always profit and us to always lose. So there's really no way. There's no good way to bet. There's no good strategy. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. If it existed, there would be more than 3% of people profiting off this shit. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you could do to make a lot more money. You're better off selling your ass. But that kind of sucks. So don't do that. Oh, look at that cash out, dude. With one out. No, I'm riding it. What is it? $1.20 less? Nah, fuck you. I'm riding it. What's up, Diego? Home run. Yeah, home run. Home run. Tatis. Yeah, home run. No habla español. El thank you for stopping by. Mi español no goodo. Me like the Latina with big booty. Big booty Latina. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, big booty. I vote for her. Yeah, well, you guys are going back and forth, man. Here we're drinking hippies. We got another Cubs. We got another Cubs person in the house. Don't worry, Zan. I'm racist against all races, including my own. So that way I can never be racist. If you make fun of everyone, it's not racism. All right, one out. 3-1 count for Cody Bellinger, looking stoned as ever. And he pops one up. I guess he wasn't stoned enough. Sometimes Cody Bellinger be looking a little extra blazed out there. Just, I'm just gonna leave this here, just as a little flex for anyone stopping into the stream. Woo, yeah. Wait, shut up. No spoilers. You guys might be ahead of me. Are they going to do something? Steven says, let's go Cubbies. This is it. Top of the ninth. I need this money, Tuna. I can't give nobody a damn dollar. I need somebody to give me a damn dollar. I need this money to get food, man. No, I'm just playing. I'm not that poor, but kinda. Whenever whenever you go to the grocery store and all you get is a loaf of cheap bread, bologna, and American cheese, the cheap kind, you know you're pretty fucked. No, you're just saying that. You're just saying that because I just said that I was behind. I don't believe you. I'm not looking at that other screen. No, is this Suarez guy gonna? I'm not looking. Oh, I don't pay for the big booty Latinas anymore. If I can't riz them, it is what it is. Go home empty-handed. I've learned. I've learned how to take my L's. Oh, big swing and a miss. 2-2 the count for Cooper. Cooper pinch hitting here. Suarez trying not to royally fuck up this incredible offensive outburst comeback. Swing and a miss. 100 on the radar. Bam. I knew it. I caught you, drinking hippies. I caught you. Sometimes, though, people do be spoiling it. So, like, for a split second, I was like, no, dude, it can't be. But then I was kind of thinking, I was like, I asked the spiritual dimension entities what they thought, and they said you were a liar. Well, see, did you see my strategy, Steven? No matter what, I refused to I kept changing the subject because for the first, 5 innings of this game, I dug pretty deep into the Padres and the Cubs and what was happening in the game. And then we started going off and talking about drugs and stuff, which I love talking about drugs. I've had a lot of good times on drugs, but don't do drugs. Parental advisory, explicit content, viewer discretion is advised. Don't do drugs until you go to college. Yeah. And get a test kit. Don't die. Rule number 1, don't die. But yeah, anyways, I kept trying to change the subject whenever we were talking baseball and tried to riff into other things. And it worked. And luckily, I happened to be looking up I wasn't even really watching, dude. I happened to be looking up as Tatis just fucking launches a home run. You got enough money to supply your addiction? Hell yeah. That's all that matters at the end of the day. We're all addicted to something. I just got off of an addiction, actually, just like a few I guess 2 months ago. I was on Kratom. I know Kratom, it's not that crazy, but it kind of is. I did Kratom almost every day for about 4 years, and I was using it usually like every 2 hours. I'd be drinking Kratom. I wasn't doing like a crazy amount of it to get all like messed up, but if you just do like 1 to 4 grams, you get a really good energy drink. Oh, I'm sorry, Steven. I didn't know you had money like that on the game. Now I feel bad. I won a measly $5. Now I feel bad that the Padres won. I'd rather just, if you had that much money, I'd rather just take the L on my $2. I don't like to see people losing. But hey. Oh, you tried Molly today? That's awesome, man. Molly's pretty awesome. It's good stuff. But don't do drugs, kids. Viewer discretion advised. Drugs are bad. Never do drugs. Take the advice of the CDC. The last thing I did that was close to Molly, this dude, like I was out at the bar and he was saying something like he had this like Jimi Hendrix ecstasy or something. I was like, what do you mean? Like, he's like, it's purple, man. It's purple haze, Jimi Hendrix. And I was like, well, let me see this shit. And it's like this purple crystal. And it looked like some fucking Avengers shit. Like he had the Infinity Stone. He had the fucking Mind Stone, dude. And I took a little bit of it, and it got me pretty fucked up. But then I was like, I want to go to the fucking metaverse on this shit. So the next day, I got a big chunk of that shit. I should have probably only done a little bit of it and saved it, but I just ate the whole fucking thing. It depends. I weigh like. My weight fluctuates, but I weigh anywhere from like 180 to 200. So for me, I'm a little bit bigger. It's actually better for me to do drugs on an empty stomach. Depends. Yeah, go to sleep, the tuna. Get out of here. I need to go to sleep too. I got to take my daughter to daycare tomorrow, although it's daycare, so it doesn't matter when I take her in. And I'm currently unemployed. Although, hey man, I ain't unemployed. We out here stacking paper. 570. Ah, making big bucks. 570. $5.70, but I'm gonna be looking good now, though, dude. I'm gonna be looking nice. I might be up to $20. I've doubled my money. I can take it out and get more bread and cheese now, guys. Yay, I get to eat. We get to eat. Mm. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, Zan. I appreciate it. Well, anytime you're doing some late night gambling, I may be live covering the action. It was a good time. Good time. Yeah, I need to go to sleep. Yeah, is there another game tomorrow? I'd be down for some more Padres. Depends on what my schedule is. I don't really think there's any basketball I want to do. I'm kind of bored of basketball. I'm ready for the playoffs. Baseball is where it's at right now. But anyways, yeah, thank you all for tuning in. As always, keep it real. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd recommend hitting the button because, well, the algorithms, they don't like me because I say a lot of things like fuck, shit, piss, ass. And that doesn't really help you out in the algorithm, but I try to keep it real no matter what's going on in the world, no matter what they're doing out there. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah, I'll be covering lots of baseball this year. It'll be a good time. I've been doing this for a few years now, so I've got some experience in the tank. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. But yeah, I'm going to go to sleep too. Good night, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in. And as always, keep it fucking real. Peace.